Hey y'all, it's Natalie and I am getting ready to film a flip through of a 4x4 album I created for a trip we took over a long weekend last year to California. We are booking more trips this year and I thought, you know what, I've got to get these other albums finished before we are ready to fill up more. So let's flip through it together. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is that when I was about 3/4 of the way making this, I thought, man, that's a thick burger. And I do like a good thick album, but I thought, man, you know, normally when I have like a small album that I make, I kind of put a ribbon in it and I tie it closed. And so I decided that it would be kind of fun to create a band to wrap around here. So I went and I got some thick elastic, and then I got one of these cute little Cricut iron things. My mother-in-law got this for me for Christmas, and I thought, what if I did some iron on vinyl? And so you can see, like, I have a little boo-boo right there, but basically I cut this out of my Cricut and I ironed it on so it tells you where we are. This was just where I tested it, but I was like, well, I could leave it on there. And then I sewed it together. It probably is a little coming apart right there, but you know, and so I think that's just like a fun little band to make sure nothing falls out when I put it back on the shelf. I haven't made a charm. I might make a charm. I have this kind of telling you what the album's about, so, but I might make a charm eventually. So see how it like expanded when I took it off. So this is a 4x4. We are memory keepers, I think. I picked up a bunch of these. I found them on sale at like a clearance store a while back, and so I really stocked up. But I know Paige Evans uses 4x4s, and so she has a collection out with We Are Memory Keepers, and so there's still a bunch of these in the store, I think. I'll link them down below if so. So let's just do a quick flip through, and I'll try not to talk too much. So some of these you'll notice from projects over the past year. And then we just took a long weekend trip from Tennessee to San Francisco. And then we went up north to Sonoma Valley, which is like wine country. So I wanted to make it really interactive. I like to make my mini albums interactive. So they're just like a title page. It tells what dates we were there. And we went to California. I don't know, I just thought that was a fun catch. Flights, not feelings. There we are, starting our vacay at the airport. It was winter, so we were flying over some snow, which was pretty. My sister-in-law is keeping my pup, and she lets her sit on the desk like a sweet old lady. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Oh no. There we go. Oh, and I sat by a dog on the flight. So we stayed in the Fisherman's Wharf area. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because we're having trouble focusing. Here we go. While I was there at the Golden Gate Bridge in the store, they had sticker sheets, and it was just so perfect. Like, they were San Francisco themed. There was one for Alcatraz and one for San Francisco. So I bought both of them to include, and so I did include a lot of those in here. But we stayed in Fisherman's Wharf. There's the famous trolleys. There's the Ghirardelli Square. It was at night when we first got there. The hotel we stayed at was Hotel Zephyr, and it was super trendy, cool, really neat. I made like a little hotel key with an eyelet brad there, and then that is the sleeve for the hotel key. They give you little s'mores packets every night, and they have fire pits out in the back. I mean, seriously, so cute. We had reservations at a Michelin star restaurant in Chinatown. I'm not sure how many stars they have, but it was delicious. Didn't really love the fish cake, to be honest with you, but we had the duck fried rice that I haven't stopped thinking about since. Vietnamese coffee there with some donuts for the next day. We got up early and we were picked up by a bus to take us on like a little excursion because we didn't want to rent a car. So we went to Muir Woods first, was where we started. And it is a national monument, so we got our passport stamped there. And it was very beautiful. It was a little bit wet. It wasn't raining when we were there though, so that was nice. This is us in a tree. And just a few, there we are in like a further away. I mean, that's how, they were so big, you can zoom out, like the 0.5 lens and still not get it all. So because they were so big, I wanted to include some of the photos in this 4x4 album that were expanded, right? So I just kind of split it a little bit. And so this is a 4x6, but you can see, like, I didn't really have to cut off too much, but you can see just how tall the trees are. And this is shot with a 0.5 lens on iPhone. Same thing on this side, one for Eric. And this is one of the little stickers that was from that area, but there's another just giant tree. And then I made this, I think for a design team project maybe, but it folds out as well to give you a full view of that giant tree. And I did some stamping down there. And then, I don't know what this kind of enclosure is called, but you wrap the twine around the brads. If you know what that is, leave that down below if you don't mind. I don't even know how you would go about finding the name of that. Like, I don't even know what you would Google. Anyway, I thought it was fun with the little glitter and everything. And then on the back side, I made a pocket because I had a map of the woods and like just a little information brochure. So you can just like fold that up and put it down in the pocket. And there's our first stop. And then the next stop, we got back on the van or the bus or whatever. And the tour ride was very chatty. And we stopped at a few vineyards. Probably not the ones I would have picked to go to. So I definitely would like to go back and visit some of the more beautiful vineyards and the ones that are in chateau kind of looking places. It was like really rainy that day, so it doesn't really matter. But the first one we went to was Rue Van Gogh, and they had very, very, very old vines that were not producing right now, but they were kind of rehabilitating them. But it stopped raining long enough for us to like take a little traipse through them, which was kind of fun. And they had a lot of artwork inside, and it was really pretty. And then we went to Sonoma Square, and it was pouring rain, so we didn't get to really walk around, but it was a very cute little walk around area. I had really delicious homemade pasta. There were cool, like a mission. It was a Spanish mission there, but again, it was just pouring rain, so we didn't get to see as much as we normally would have stopped to see. And we went to a couple of other vineyards. I mean, they were nothing to speak of. So just like we sat outside in a little tent. I had texted this to Heath. This was right after they got iPads. So it was nice for them they're home with the grandparents, but we can just like stay in contact with them. And so I sent him a picture of us, and he said, "My mom is too cool." And so I had to document that because my kid still thinks I'm cool. I'm sure that's going to be short-lived. So there's the last vineyard we went to, and then I did get a picture of me in the vineyard before it started raining, so that was fun. Next, okay, so that was kind of the rest. They took us back to San Francisco, and we stopped at the Golden Gate, but like just to view it, and it was nighttime, and you really couldn't see anything. So the next day, we took an Uber down to the Golden Gate Park, and we had a little breakfast there. They had a little cafe, and it is beautiful. It was pretty. It was kind of like a cloudy, like it rain a little bit. I mean, just like it does at the beach, right? Like it just like a rain shower will come up and then it'll go away. And so it was really beautiful and sunny when we went down there. We got our coffee, and it wasn't too crowded. We had got there like kind of right when it opened, which was nice. It was a little chilly, a little windy, and I made this for a Cut File Chaos with Sarah a while ago. And so I ended up having to reinforce it because it did break the holes were just a little too close over here, so I reinforced it. But it's a little map cut file. I think it's Paige Evans cut file, and I put a couple little photos in there. I thought it was fun. Another interactive element. There we are. I'm telling you, like, it was really windy. That's in the little cafe, and there was like a little heart you could take a picture of the gate through, which was fun. And yeah, that's like a cable that's on there. It was really big, so that was kind of cool to see. Then later that day, we went to see Alcatraz, which is another National Park Service property. We did an audio tour, and we saw a rainbow. You ride the ferry over there, and then this is approaching the island. It was really beautiful, very choppy, very windy, very chilly. And there we are at the first sign, and just, it's fun because on the grounds that says Alcatraz. I don't know if you can tell. There's a lot of ruins. Like, obviously it's a jail, so it's not super beautiful, but then people lived there, right? And so there were buildings other than the jail, but then also I think they had a fire, and so they're kind of just ruins, but they also look really beautiful because there's a bunch of plants growing around them. So we will see a lot of pictures of those because the plants were just really cool. And yeah. I did take a few pictures inside just to kind of give a vibe. The vibe was awful, yeah. So not a good place to be, really. So we went outside. There we are listening to the audio tour, but honestly, like, yeah. But look at that. It's kind of cool. Like, it's a ruined building. You can see, like, all the things growing through the windows, and they're very beautiful. There's a door just kind of freestanding. It might even be, like, a little shack, but you can see the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. And it was very green and lush and beautiful. All the plants were. Lots of succulents. And that's my jam. And then we just walked back over to the pier. It was very near our hotel, and then kind of had dinner there and just kind of milled about the rest of the day. We did go see the trolleys. We didn't ride them because the line was very long, and we've ridden trolleys before. I wouldn't mind going back. I would like to go back, and we would ride the trolleys and kind of do more up the hill. We didn't really do much up the hills from the Fisherman's Wharf. So there's the port. I used some some Paintbrush Studio, one of their travel collections for these pages. And then here we are at the Pier 49. There's a mural. There's a carousel. Boudin, I think is the name of it. It's a chowder restaurant we had mini donuts. All the touristy things, you know. We saw the seals. There they are. They were all kind of making noise, cuddled up. Look at them. You can see the bridge behind it. And this is some more of the stickers from that sticker sheet I bought. And I just put them on in like a acetate sheet, just like this little divider. And then that is just a picture from the beautiful sunny day at the pier. All the pretty boats. And ended up, that was just kind of the top of the sticker sheet that said what it was for, but I thought I could cut it up and like let that be my ending page. So that is it. That's the flip through of our little long weekend in San Francisco. It was fun. It could definitely, we actually were considering going back to that area for vacation this year. We've switched directions, but we are open to going back somewhere nearish by again soon and taking the kids maybe. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll put some affiliate links down below from any of the products that I used in this that are still in the store, and especially like the 4x4 things. If you've never tried a 4x4 album, looking to try something new, I suggest it. It comes together fairly quickly, and you can do interactive elements as little or as much as you want, and it's super fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, y'all.